Honorable Seattle, Shinkela, and all my dear Dhamma friends, a warm Mingalaba to you all. My name is Marinda Toon, and my Buddhist name is Bodhi Pali, which means keeper of wisdom. Today is a special day. It's the year 2569 of the Buddha Sasana era, and the date is August 24th, 2025. You're here for a special program called Questions and Answers on the Mangala Sutta. Before we start the program, we'll go over some rules and regulations. So, Sue-Al, please read them out for everyone.
Number 1. No eating or drinking during prayer time. Eat before the meeting if you're hungry. 2. Sit up straight and stay in front of your camera. Keep it on unless you're not in a Dhamma class. 3. No fidgeting or playing. It disturbs others. The program is about 1 hour. Wait your turn kindly. 4. Chant clearly and slowly so everyone can follow. 5. Please stay until the end of the meeting to show respect.
To begin our program, we will have three girls lead us in some special chanting. 1. Buddha Gavana Gata by Amara. 2. Diwa Dapati Gata by Mate. And 3. Yojino Gata by Melee. Amara, please go ahead and begin.
Buddha Gavana Gata Angira Sasa Unaya Tatahi Sedaram Siyo Wajirawa Virojanti Jino Metatu Sesake Nilayo Nilatana Ma Pito Data Ja Lohita Dhamma ja manjita nikamim supa pasara sadhu Valentine. Diwa dabedi gata Diwa dabedi adijo Rati ma badi janti ma Sarado Katiyo Dabadi Jai Dabadi Brahmano Athasapa Mahoratim Buddha Dabadi Dejasa Dadisa Dejasa Panam Buddha Wadami Sadaram Edena Sachawajena Soti Mehodu Sabada Soti Dehodu Sabada Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. One more time.
Yeah.
Yojino Gata Yojino Aneka Jatiyam Sabutatawa Manga Jiritampi Buddhi Bemato Awagamanaso Adasyewa Adikasa Tato Baram Apui Sila Baramati Kampi Dasa Midio Payata Magatam Tamegati Bakam Namami Sadhu Valentine.
Everyone, please stay with your group and follow the program so we don't waste time. Zinjo, please start with your group now.
Hello, Mingalaba Dhamma class. My name is Zanjo, and my Buddhist name is Jana Bali, which means power of concentration. Let's explore the Mangala Sutta together in a fun Q&A. We have 48 questions divided into 8 groups. Group 1 is Su Ang, Neithan, Heinla Ang, and me. Su, Hnin, and Hei, can you please introduce yourselves first? After that, Hein, you may begin with the first questions from our program.
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Suang, and my Buddhist name is Jagabali, which means spirit of the Dhamma. So, Hela Ang, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Hain Leong, and my Buddhist name is Sukapalat, which means power of happiness. So Ninyetan, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Minglaba. My name is Narinita. My Buddhist name is Yoga Bali, which means keeper of energy. Now you can start with questions.
Quick reminder, before we start the Q&A, if you're in charge of answering the footnote questions, please stay ready. Keep your mic on and answer quickly so we can stay on time. Also, make sure there's no background noise. So Suong, what is the background story of the Mangala Sutta?
Before the Buddha appeared in the world, people lacked access to meaningful and profound teachings. This absence led to widespread debate about the meaning of Mangala, that is, what truly constitutes happiness or blessings.
That is correct. Ninyetan, what kind of answers did people give about the nature of Mangala?
Some believe Mangala meant having good eyesight. Others taught it was good hearing. And some argued it was clear thinking. Despite ongoing discussions, no consensus was reached.
That is correct. Doesn't could anyone, humans or dewas, answer the question definitively?
No, neither humans, dewas, celestial beings, nor Brahmas, higher dewas, could provide a satisfactory explanation of what Mangala truly was. However, the debate ended with the appearance of the Buddha, who brought clarity to the issue.
That is correct. Suong, how was the Buddha involved in explaining Mangala?
While the Buddha was residing at Jetawana Monastery, a Dewa approached him with the same question about Mangala. In response, the Buddha delivered a discourse outlining 38 types of true Mangala, blessings or conditions of happiness.
That is correct. Ninyetan, for how long did humans and deities ponder the greatest blessings, and what did they discover?
For 12 long years, both men and deities pondered what the greatest blessings were. Despite their efforts, they could not determine them. Eventually, it was revealed that there were 38 blessings.
That is correct. Doesn't who revealed these 38 blessings, and what is their significance?
These blessings were bestowed by the Buddha himself. They have the power to dispel all forms of evil and contribute to the welfare of all sentient beings. This is why we are encouraged to recite them together with devotion and unity.
That is correct. Now, Dazinja, could you please move on to the footnote questions?
Now I will be moving on to footnote Q&A. Valerie, what is the Mangala Sutta about?
It teaches us what true blessings in life are.
That is correct. Chloe, who explained the real meaning of Mangala clearly?
The Buddha gave the clear and real answer.
That is correct. Maythun, how many true blessings did the Buddha teach?
He taught 38 true blessings.
That is correct. Thirisen, why did a Dewa visit the Buddha?
To ask what the greatest blessings are.
That is correct. And Jewel, what happens when we follow the Mangala Sutta?
It brings happiness and protects us from harm.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Simya Pei. My Buddhist name is Chitta Bali, which means the regarder of mind. So before we begin the Q&A section, Martin, Maylin, and Grace and Brian, please start by chanting the Bali verses shown in the program.
Yamagalam Dwarasahi Chintayam Sur Sadewaka Sotanam Nadika Chanti Atatim San Chamangalam Desitam Dewa Devena Sabapapa Vinasanam Sabaloka Hitataya Mangalam Tam Banamahe
Eva me sutam eka samayam bhagava savatiyam Viharati Jetavane Anatapindikasa Arame Atako Anyadara Dewaja Apikadaya Radia Apikadawana Kewalakapam Jetawanam Upasidwa Yena Bhagava Tanupasangami Upasangami Twa Bhagavantam Atasi Ekamantam Titako Sadewata Bhagavantam Kataya Ajabasi.
Now, Linlin, Victoria, Tenzin, and I are in Group 2 Q&A. Tenzin will be leading the questions. Linlin, Victoria, and Tenzin, please introduce yourselves, and then after that, Tenzin can start with his questions.
Hello to my class. My name is Linlin, and my Buddhist name is Manopali, which means keeper of minds. So Victoria, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello to my class. My name is Victoria, and my Buddhist name is Ujupali, which means honest keeper. So Tanzin, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Dan, and my Buddhist name is Sati Bawa, which means the power of courage. So I will be starting my questions. So my first question is to Lilin, and it is: are the two verses beginning with Yam Mangalam Dwadasahi directly attributed to the Buddha?
No, these verses are not directly attributed to the Buddha. They were composed by ancient anonymous Burmese teachers as a form of praise for the sutta. Their purpose was to explain the background of the sutta, inspire interest, encourage recitation, and ultimately promote the practice of its teachings.
That is correct. My next question is to Victoria, and it is: where was the Buddha residing when this event took place?
The Buddha was residing at the Anabindika monastery in Jeta's Grove near the city of Savatthi. It is said that a celestial being shining with exponential radiance appeared and illuminated the entire Jeta's Grove. The being then approached the Buddha.
That is correct. My next question is to Sumya Pe, and it is: how did the celestial being show respect upon meeting the Buddha?
The celestial being bowed respectfully and then stood in an appropriate position before addressing the Buddha in verse. In Buddhist tradition, showing proper respect includes avoiding 6 inappropriate ways of sitting or standing in the presence of a respected person. 1, too close, 2, too far, 3, against the wind, 4, at a higher level, 5, directly in front, and 6, directly behind. Choosing an appropriate spot reflects mindfulness and reverence.
That is correct. My next question is to Lilin, and it is: who originally narrated this account?
This account was not directly spoken by the Buddha. It was attributed to Venerable Ananda during the first Buddhist council, held 3 months after the Buddha's Parinibbana. The council was led by 500 arahats and presided over the Venerable Mahakassapa.
That is correct. My next question is to Victoria, and it is: what is the significance of the names Jeta, Wana, and Anatta Bindikasa?
Jetavana, or Jeta's Grove, was originally owned by Prince Jeta, son of King Kosala. It was later purchased by a wealthy supporter of the Buddha named Sudatta, also known as Anandabindika. Due to his generosity to the poor, he built monastery structures there and donated them to the Buddha and his disciples. Thus, the place became known by both names.
That is correct. My last question is to Sumya Pe, and it is: what does Atasi mean, and why did the Dewa stand?
Atasi means stood. The commentaries offer 4 reasons of the Dewa's act of standing, but it is often interpreted as a unique gesture of reverence towards the Buddha and his disciples, standing in a proper manner as a sign of deep respect.
That is correct. That is all for my questions.
Now I will be moving on to the footnote Q&A. I'll be asking Amiet, Xingling, Emma, Snowy, and Lyra. So my first question is to Amiet, and it is, where was the Buddha when the Mangala Sutta event happened?
Next.
My second question is to Xingling. Who came to see the Buddha at night?
A radiant celestial being, a deva, came and lit up the whole grove.
That is correct, thank you. My third question is to Emma. How did the Dewa show respect for the Buddha?
Unmute. Next.
My fourth question is to Snowy. Who first told this story after the Buddha passed away?
Next.
My last question is to Lyra. What does Mangala mean?
Mangala means something truly lucky, blessed, or good.
That is correct, thank you, and that is it for my program.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Shinta. My Buddhist name is Mokapali, which means freedom keeper. So let's begin group 3 by chanting 2 verses from the Mangala Sutta. Amara, can you please read verses 2 and 3 for us?
Bahudewa Manusaja Mangalani Ajantayam Agangamana Sadanam Rohi Mangalamuttamam Asewana Jabalanam Bandidanam Jasewana Pujaneyanam Etam Mangalamuttamam.
Noel, Tiffany, Nyinda, and I will be in group 3. Noel will be leading the questioning for our group. So, Noel, Nyinda, and Tiffany, please introduce yourselves. Once that's done, please continue with the questions.
Hello everyone, my name is Noel and my brother's name is Wanapala, which means power personality. So Niyata, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Narita. My Buddhist name is Yoga Bali, which means keeper of energy. Tiffany, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Tiffany and my Buddhist name is Santapali, which means peacekeeper.
So now I'll be starting with my questions. So my first question is to Tiffany, and it is, what is meant by Mangala?
Mangala refers to what is considered auspicious, fortunate, or conducive to good outcomes. While people in different cultures associate luck with certain objects like horseshoes or rabbit's feet in the West or golden fish in the East, the Buddha went beyond superstition. He taught a list of 38 true blessings that reflect genuine, wholesome sources of happiness.
Yes, that is correct. My next question is to Niyata, and it is, how many blessings are found in Asewana Cha Balanam? Please list them in both Pali and English.
There are 3. Number 1, Asewana Ja Valanam, avoiding the company of the unwise. Number 2, Benti Dananja Sewana, associating with the wise. Number 3, Puja Ja Pujaneyanam, honoring those deserving of honor.
Yes, that is correct. My next question is to Shinta, and it is, what does the word Balanam, the unwise, and Patitanam, the wise mean?
The word balanam refers to those who engage in negative thoughts, inappropriate speech, or immoral actions. Their status, wealth, or power does not make them wise. The wise are the opposite of the unwise. They are morally upright, insightful, and follow the path of the Dhamma.
Yes, that's correct. Tiffany, what does the term puja mean in Buddhism?
Puja refers to active veneration, obeisance, adoration, and worship. It can include offering food and material goods as a way of showing respect. However, it also encompasses honoring the Buddha through practicing the Dhamma and following his teachings.
Yes, that's correct. And that, what did the Buddha say about different types of veneration?
The Buddha taught bhikkhus that there are two distinct forms of veneration: veneration with material goods and veneration with the Dhamma. Of these, veneration with the Dhamma is the foremost. This highlights that while offering material things is valuable, living according to the Dhamma is the highest form of respect.
Yes, that's correct. And my last question to Shintha is, who are considered Pujaneyanam, worthy of honor?
Those deserving of honor include the Triple Gem, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, virtuous parents who gave us life and nurtured us, such as our parents, and elderly and morally upright people in the family or community. Honoring them nurtures gratitude, wisdom, and spiritual growth.
Yes, that is correct.
So now I'll be moving on to footnote questions and answers. So, Alinte, what is a Mangala?
It means a true blessing, something that brings real happiness and goodness.
That's correct. Qixing, who are the unwise and the wise?
The unwise do wrong thing, the wise follow goodness and the Dhamma.
That is correct. Hazel, who should be honored?
The Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, good parents, and virtuous elders.
That's correct. Mason D, what is the best way to respect the Buddha?
By living according to the Dhamma.
That's correct. And my last question is to Juna Bala, which is, what does Uttama mean in the phrase Mangalam Uttamam?
Can you repeat the question?
What does Uttama mean in the phrase Mangalam Uttamam? The answer is Uttama means the supreme, the highest and truest blessings taught by the Buddha, unlike superstitions like lucky charms. That is all, and thank you for listening.
Hello Dhamma class, my name is Suezen and my Buddhist name is Wansap Bali, which means keeper of relatives. Let's begin group 4 by chanting 2 verses from the Mangala Sutta. Valerie, please read verses 4 and 5 for us.
Patirupate sawaso cha bube kata punyata atta samapaniti cha eta mangalamutamam Bahu Sachancha Sipancha Vinayocha Susikito Subhasitacha Yawacha Eta Mangalamutamam.
Alexander, Su-ong, Hainling-ong, and I will be in group 4. Alexander will be leading the questioning for our group. Alexander and Hazel, please introduce yourselves. Once that's done, Alexander, please continue with the questions.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Alexander. My Buddhist name is Ujur Balat, which means power of honesty. So, Su-ong, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Mangalaba. My name is Su-ong, and my Buddhist name is Jakabali, which means the Dhamma. So, Hazel, please introduce yourself, I guess.
Hello, Mingalaba. My name is Hain Long, and my Buddhist name is Sukabala, which means power of happiness.
So, I will now start the question. So, my first question is to Su-ong, and it is, how many blessings are found in the verse Bhati Rupa De Sawa So Sha? Please list them in both Pali and English.
There are 3. 1. Patirupa de Sawasocha, residing in a conducive environment. 2. Pube Jakata Punyata, in the past having accumulated virtuous deeds. 3. Atta Samapanidi, setting oneself on the right path.
That is correct. So my next question is the Hileong. It is, why is Patirupa Desawaso considered a Mangala?
In the spiritual context, this means a place where one can encounter wise teachers and practice the Dhamma, essential for progressing toward liberation from samsara. In the worldly context, it refers to a place that offers access to education, healthcare, peace, and economic opportunities. Both contribute to deep contentment and well-being.
That is correct. So my next question is the Swizza, and it is, why is Atta Samapanidi important?
It implies cultivating and maintaining the well-being of your body and mind by avoiding harmful thoughts, speech, and actions. This Mangala is especially important because it supports the development of many other wholesome qualities.
That is correct. So my next question is the Suong again, and it is, how many blessings are found in the verse Bahu Sachanja Sipanja? Please list them in both Pali and English.
There are 4. 1. Bahu Sajanja, having profound knowledge. 2. Sibanja, endowed with both art and science. 3. Vinayoja Susikito, well trained in discipline. 4. Subhasita Jayawacha, speaking with purpose.
That is correct. So my next question is the Hilaon again, and is, what is meant by Winayo Susikito, or being well trained in discipline?
Winayo Susikito means being properly trained in moral and ethical discipline. For lay people, discipline involves avoiding 10 unwholesome actions. 3 bodily actions, killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. 4 verbal actions, lying, slandering, harsh speech, and idle chatter. 3 mental actions, covetousness, ill will, and wrong views. Additionally, laypeople should uphold social etiquette, follow local customs, and act in accordance with the law.
That is correct. So my last question is Swizza. It is, what does it mean to speak with purpose?
Speaking with purpose means communicating with a clear intention or goal in mind. It involves being deliberate, focused, and meaningful in how you express yourself. Whether you're aiming to inform, persuade, inspire, entertain, or achieve another helpful outcome, speaking with purpose ensures your message is directed toward benefiting others.
That is correct.
Now I'll be moving on to the footnote Q&A, and my first question is to Benji, and it is, what is a good place to live? Bhati Rupa Desa Waso.
A place with peace, good people, and chances to learn and grow.
That is correct. My next question is to Shinki, and it is, why is Atta Samapanidi important?
Because it helps us take care of our body and mind by avoiding bad thoughts, words, and actions.
That is correct. My next question is to June, and it is, what does Bahu Sajan Jat mean? Well, the answer is it means having deep knowledge or learning a lot. My next question is to Maylin, and it is, what is Winayo Susikito?
It means being well trained in good behavior and avoiding bad actions.
That is correct. And my last question is to Sandy, and it is, what does it mean to speak with purpose?
It means saying things that are helpful and meaningful, not just talking without thinking.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Juju, and my Buddhist name is Janapali, which means keeper of all human beings. So today, let's begin Group 5 by chanting 2 verses from the Mangala Sutta. So Chloe, could you please read verses 6 and 7 for us?
Mata pitu upatana putadara sangaho anakulacha kamanda Etamangalamutamam Danancha Dhammacharya cha Nyatakanancha Sangaho Anawachani Kamani Etamangalamutamam.
Thank you, Chloe. So AJ, Amy, Noel, and I are in group 5 questions and answers. So Amy will lead the questions. So AJ and Amy, please introduce yourselves. After that, AJ can start the questions.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is AJ, and my Buddhist name is Santipala, which means power peace.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Amy, and my Buddhist name is Pirapali, which means love keeper.
Hello everyone, my name is Noel and my Buddhist name is Wanapala, which means power of personality.
So, Amy, how many blessings are found in the verse Mata Pitu Upatanam? Please list them in both Pali and English.
There are 4. 1. Mata Upatanam, serving one's mother. 2. Pitu Upatanam, serving one's father. 3. Putadarasa Sangaho, providing for one's children and spouse. 4. Anakula Cha Kamanta, maintaining order in one's profession.
Noel, why is serving one's parents considered a blessing in Buddhism?
Because parents are the first teachers of children and often embody qualities similar to the Brahmas: loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. They take care for, guide, and shape their children's lives. Out of gratitude and compassion, children are encouraged to support their parents in return.
Juju, how should children respond if their parents failed in their duties?
Even if parents have fallen short due to challenges like mental health, addiction, or hardship, children are still encouraged to act with compassion. While support is not always obligatory, honoring and helping parents when possible is considered virtuous.
Amy, how many blessings are found in the verse Dana Cha Dhammacharya? Please list them in both Pali and English.
There are 4. 1. Danan, practicing generosity. 2. Dhammacharya, practicing righteousness. 3. Nyata Kanancha Sangaho, assisting one's relatives. 4. Anawajani Kamani, engaging in blameless actions.
Noel, what does practicing generosity Dana mean?
Genuine generosity is selfless and not motivated by desire of recognition, pity, affection, fear, expectation of return, or showing off. Without true understanding, giving may be mere knowledgeless giving, which is less spiritually beneficial.
Juju, what does engaging in blameless actions mean and why is it important?
It means doing deeds that cause no harm or fault, like observing moral conduct or helping others through acts such as planting trees or repairing roads. These actions avoid negative consequences and instead lead to peace, harmony, and beneficial results in both this life and future rebirths. So now I'll be moving on to the footnote Q&A. So my first question is for Anglun Tay, which is, why should we serve our parents?
Because they love, teach, and care for us like the Brahmas in heaven.
That is correct, thank you. And my next question is for William, which is, what if our parents made mistakes?
We should still try to be kind and helpful if we can.
That is correct, thank you. And my next question is for Gina Bala, which is, what is Dana?
Dana means giving generously and selflessly.
That is correct, thank you. And my next question is for Benji, which is, what is Dhammacharya?
It means living a life of honesty, kindness, and doing what is right.
That is correct, thank you. And my last question is for Anya, which is, what does Anawajani Kamani mean?
I'm sent.
Okay, so the answer is, it means doing only blameless and harmless actions. So that is all for today. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Hima, and my Buddhist name is Hamapali, which means peacekeeper. Let's begin group 6 by chanting 2 verses from the Mangala Sutta. May Cindy please read verses 8 and 9 for us.
Arati virati papa majapana cha sanyamo apamado cha tanesu etam mangala mutana karao cha niwado cha santiti cha katanyita kalena dhamma savanam
Hank, Biabala, Grace, and I are in group 6 Q&A. Biabala will lead the questions. Hank, Grace, and Biabala, please introduce yourselves. After that, Biabala can start the questions.
Hi, my name is Hank, and my Buddhist name is Sutta Bala, which means the power of knowledge. Grace, will you please introduce yourself?
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Grace, and my Buddhist name is Gemma Bali, which means keeper of security in your mind and body. So, Kira, could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, Dhamma class. My name is Kevin Hong, and my Buddhist name is Biapla, which means power of love. So now I'll be asking questions. Hank, how many blessings are found in the verse Da Nanja Dhamma Jariya Ja? Please list them in both Bali and English.
And there are 3. 1, arati wirati papa, abstaining from wrongdoing. 2, maja panacha sanyamo, refraining from intoxicants. And 3, apamarocha damesu, diligently upholding virtue.
That is correct. Grace, does consuming even a small amount of intoxicants break the precept?
Yes, even small indulgences count as breaking the precept. Struggling to maintain even minor commitments may show a lack of determination and steadiness.
That is correct. Hema, why is mindfulness important in upholding virtue?
Mindfulness leads to successful and focused efforts. The Buddha encouraged his followers to strive on untiringly, emphasizing the importance of persistent mindfulness and dedication.
That is correct. Hank, how many blessings are found in the verse Garawoja Niwa Doja? Please list them, both Bali and English.
There are 5. 1, garawo, demonstrating reverence. 2, niwato, humility and humbleness. 3, santuti, contentment. 4, katanyuta, gratitude. And 5, kailena dhamma sawanam, listening to the Dhamma at the appropriate time.
That is correct. Grace, why is Niwa Do humility important and how is it connected to reverence?
Arrogance makes a person look down on others and blocks genuine respect. The Buddha emphasized that true honor is earned through humility, and humility naturally supports practicing reverence.
That is correct. Hema, what is the significance of Santuti contentment?
Santuti, or contentment, is essential for leading a truly satisfying and balanced life. Without contentment, a person is never satisfied with what they have and constantly seeks more possessions, more wealth, leading to restlessness and unhappiness. This endless pursuit often results in wasting time, energy, and resources.
That is correct.
Now I'll be moving on to footnote Q&A. My first question is to Thane Thane. Why should we avoid intoxicants?
Because they cloud the mind and lead to unwholesome action.
That is correct. My second question is to Martin. What is santuti, contentment?
It means being happy with what we have without always wanting more.
That is correct. My third question is to Amara. What is katanyuta?
Gratitude, remembering kindness, and helping in return.
That is correct. My fourth question is to Emma. Why is mindfulness important in being good?
Because it helps us remember to do the right thing and not make mistakes.
That is correct. My last question is to Brian. Why is niwato, humility, important?
Because being humble helps us respect others sincerely. Without pride, it's easier to show true reverence.
That is correct. That is all for our group. Thank you for listening.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Rebecca, and my Buddhist name is Metta Bali, which means keeper of loving kindness. Let's begin Group 7 by chanting 2 verses from the Mangala Sutta. May Cindy please read verses 10 and 11 for us.
Kanti cha soa jasata samana cha dasanam kalena dhamma sakacha etam mangalamutamam tapo cha brahmacharyan cha ariya sajana dasanam nibbana sachi kiriya cha etam mangalamutamam.
Thank you. Cynthia, Sarah, Tiffany, and I are in Group 7 question and answers. Sarah will lead the questions. Cynthia and Sarah, please introduce yourselves. After that, Sarah can start the questions.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Cynthia, and my Buddhist name is Maga Bali, which means keeper of the no path. Sarah, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Sarah, and my Buddhist name is Chirkaf Ali, which means Guild Guardian. So today I'll be asking questions to the individuals, Cynthia, Tiffany, and Rebecca. So, Cynthia, how many blessings are found in the verse Kanti cha sowa chasada? Please list them in both Pali and English.
Therefore, 1. Kanti, cultivating patience. 2. Sowa chasatab, speaking words of kindness and gentleness. 3. Samananancha dasanam, associating with spiritual individuals. 4. Galena Dhamma Sakaja, discussing Dhamma when appropriate.
That is correct. So my next question is to Tiffany. Why is patience, Kanti, regarded as a supreme virtue?
Because it prevents harmful retaliation and fosters peace. The Buddha teaches that refraining from retaliation shows true victory. Impatience leads to many dangers, including disputes, enmity, increased faults, confusion at death, and rebirth in suffering realms.
That is correct. So my next question is to Rebecca. What does Samananantradasana mean?
It means associating with spiritual individuals, monks or arahants, who have overcome defilements or are striving to do so. Their virtuous conduct inspires others to cultivate goodness.
That is correct. So my next question is to Tiffany. What are the benefits of associating with spiritual individuals?
Being near or even just respectfully observing virtuous monks blesses one's own development. For example, the Buddha noted that loving regard toward beings granted him a beautiful eye in this life.
That's correct. My next question is to Rebecca. How many blessings are found in the verse Tapo Chat Brahmacharyan Chat? Please list them in both Pali and English.
There are 4. 1. Tapa, austerity. 2. Brahmacharyancha, the holy life. 3. Arya Sachana Dasanam, understanding the noble truths. 4. Nibbana Sachikiriya achieving Nibbana.
That is correct. So my last question is to Cynthia. What does living the Brahmacharyan or holy life involve?
Living the holy life means practicing samatha, calming, and vipassana insight meditation. After cultivating austerity and moral conduct, samatha meditation aims for deep concentration, jhana, while vipassana meditation cultivates mindfulness and insight into the true nature of body and mind to alleviate suffering.
That is correct, and that is all for my questions.
Now I'll be moving on to footnote question and answers. Alinte, what does Kandi mean?
Patience, staying calm without anger.
That is correct. Valerie, why is patience important?
It prevents fights and keeps peace.
That is correct. Chloe, what is Sowajasada?
Being easy to advise, listening with respect.
That is correct. Thane, why should we meet good monks, samanas?
Their goodness inspires us to be better too.
That is correct. Brian, what does brahmacharya mean?
It means living a pure and holy life.
That is correct. That is all, and thank you for listening and participating.
Hello, Dhamma class. My name is Miranda, and my Buddhist name is Bodhi Pali, which means keeper of wisdom or keeper of enlightenment. So let's begin group 8 by chanting 2 verses from the Mangala Sutta. May Thun please read verses 12 and 13 for us.
Buddhassa loka dhamehi chitam yasa nakampati asokam virajam gemam edam mangalamuttamam edadisani katwana sabata maparajita sabata sadim gachanti tam desam mangalamuttamam.
Sumya Pitt, Alexander, Hela Swizzen, Lilin, Noel, and Zincho are in group 8 Q&A again. Zincho, please read the questions.
Sumya Pe, how many blessings are found in the verse Buddhassa Loka Dhamehi? Please list them in both Pali and English.
There are 4. 1. Buddhasa, even when confronted. Loka Dhamehi, with worldly challenges. Chitam Yasana Gampati, maintaining an unwavering. 2. Asokam, sorrow-free. 3. Virajam, stainless. And 4. Kemam, secure mind.
That is correct. Alexander, what does it mean to have an unwavering mind when confronted with worldly challenges?
It means maintaining a mind that does not shake or waver, even when facing the inevitable ups and downs of life, such as gain and loss, praise and criticism, happiness and pain, like a stone mountain unaffected by storms, such as mind remains steady regardless of external circumstances.
That is correct. Hinaong, what are the 4 worldly challenges, Loka Dhamehi, mentioned here?
There are 4 pairs of opposites everyone faces in life: gain, labha, and loss, alabha; fame, yasa, and obscurity, ayasa; praise, prasamsa, and criticism, ninda; and happiness, sukha, and suffering, dukkha.
That is correct. Swizin, how does the Buddha suggest overcoming sorrow?
The Buddha teaches that practicing the 4 foundations of mindfulness is the essential path to purifying the mind, overcoming sorrow and distress, eliminating pain and sadness, and ultimately realizing Nibbana.
That is correct. Linlin, what does it mean to have a secure, kebam mind?
A secure mind is one that is peaceful and protected from being disturbed by greed, anger, and ignorance. This stable, safe state is attained fully by arahants. Mindful practitioners may experience glimpses of it, but those who are heedless cannot reach this auspicious state.
That is correct. And Noel, what does the phrase, those who practice these principles, the 38 Mangalas, remain undefeated in all circumstances mean?
It means those who follow and apply these principles, the 38 Mangalas, consistently are protected from defeat or failure no matter what challenges they face.
That is correct.
Now I'll be moving on to the footnote Q&A. So Gina Balat, what is an unwavering mind?
A mind that stays calm and steady, even in happy or sad times.
That is correct. My next question is to Shinki, and it is, what are the 4 worldly challenges?
Gain and loss, fame and shame, praise and blame, joy and sorrow.
That is correct. My next question is to Qixing, and it is, how can we overcome sadness?
By practicing mindfulness and keeping our minds clear and peaceful.
That is correct. And Hazel, what is a secure mind?
A mind that is safe and peaceful, free from greed, anger, and confusion.
That is correct. And my last question is to Sandy, and it is, what happens if we follow the 38 blessings or mangalas?
We stay strong and never defeated, no matter what happens.
That is correct. And that is all for that program. So now the students who lead the closing chant are Nyambon Te for the 9 virtues of the Buddha, Dhamma for the 6 virtues of the Dhamma, Jewel and Lyra for the 9 virtues of the Sangha, Theory-san for Dukkha Daja, Masonji for Nahi Warina, Valerie for Sapa Babasa, and lastly Shintha for Marana Medua.
Iti piso bhagava arham sama sambuddha vichachana sampano sukato lokavidu anuttaram purisa dhamma sarati satadeva manusanam bodo bhagava.
Wakato Bhagavata Dhammo Santitiko Akaliko Ehipasiko Opanayiko Pajatam Veditabo Vinuhi.
Supati Pano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Ujupati Pano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Nyayapati Pano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Samiji Pati Pano Bhagavato Sawaka Sango. Yaditam Chatari Mani Ada Purisai Pugala Esa Bhagavato Sawaka Sango Ahuneyo Bahuneyo Dakineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anugaram Punyaketam Lokasa Bhavantam. Dukkha pada jani dukkha, baya pada jani baya, sukha pada jani sukha, hontu sabbe bipani no. Nahi verena verani samantita kutachanam, averena cha samanti esa dhammo sanantano. Sapa papa sa akaranam kusala supa sampada sachita periodapanam etam buddhana sasanam. Marname tuam jividame aduam idame punyam nibbanasa pajayo hotu. Imam punya bagam
Sabha Sadhanam Bhajimam Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Bow in 10.
Dear Sayados, Dhamma friends, and students, we will have special programs often in the coming days. On behalf of our Dhamma class, we warmly invite you to join and support us. Thank you.
We hope to see you all again in our upcoming special programs. We really appreciate your participation and support. Thank you.
To Seattle's Dhamma friends and everyone here to support us, thank you so much. From all of us in the Dhamma class, we hope to see you again at our next event. Let's now end by saying Buddha Sazanam Tiram Ditatu 3 times. Buddha Sazanam Tiram Ditatu. Buddha Sazanam Tiram Ditatu. Buddha Sazanam Tiram Ditatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.